Good morning, happy Sunday everyone, and here's your Bible fact of the day. So we covered a few weeks ago how Israel, the kingdom itself of the original 12 tribes, once split into one section which remained called Israel, the original 10 tribes, and Judah became the southern kingdom, whereas Israel was the northern kingdom. Judah consisted of just Judah and Benjamin, and the other 10 brother tribes remained in the north. They would go about with different kings on their own thrones, and they would go back and forth as far as which was a good king, who would follow the laws of the Lord, who would not, and really bring some strife on the people. You think they would learn. You really think they would learn. But then you remember, they were human. So are we. As a result of all these going back and forth as far as obeying what the Lord had commanded Israel as a nation to do and to not do, they had some pretty long stretches of what they should not have done. As a result, God, essentially running out of patience for the kingdom as it stood, sent the Assyrians after the kingdom of Israel, and they conquered them. The entire nation of Assyria, historically speaking, conquered the entire nation of Israel and sent them away. So literally took the men, the women, the children, the families, sent them out of their native cities and to disperse them across what Assyria already owned. Now this wouldn't seem like such a wretched thing, except this is exactly how you destroy a nation. Is that if you remove its inhabitants from its native land and scatter them around, they can't ever just form up a group and come right on back whenever that empire may or may not befall. Especially back then, when bloodlines and genealogies and lineages were especially important as far as trying to keep your own people together, trying to keep your own bloodlines pure, or just trying to keep your own people recognizable. Otherwise, you all start assimilating and you start to look fairly similar from one town to the next region to the next country over. This happened in 722 BC, and Judah, who unfortunately did not lead by example, started adopting some of what Israel did when they got conquered, and it started infiltrating and affecting them, and they lasted a while longer. Judah did not get conquered until after 600 BC. This is 592, give or take. King Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon, who you might remember from early civilization classes way back in high school, comes to Judah and does quite the reverse of what the Syrians did. Picks them all up, brings them all to Babylon. The city, the region, thereabouts. Completely removes the entire nation from Jerusalem and all the surrounding area that is Judah, and takes them away to his kingdom of Babylon. And this is relevant because these exiles would remain a remnant. They would be together, they would settle, they would create families, they would plant gardens, they would assimilate into the Babylonian culture and be there for approximately 70 years before they returned to Jerusalem. A couple full generations later. Further books of the Bible will actually cover is when they return from that exile. This is the exile that largely gets referred to in the Bible. And these exiles are covered in the book of 2 Kings, chapter 17 for Israel, chapter 25 for Judah. If you want to look up more of the details in there, you actually won't find as much historical detail in the actual books of 2 Kings. It's actually better if you just simply Google it and look up other historically reputable references that will tell you in much more detail how these conquerings happened and the results thereof. But it is in the Bible, and now you know. Thank you for joining me for this fun fact of the day. See you again soon.